Okay, real quick, I have to make a video. Okay, so it's a long story. So I guess I graduated from college 20 years ago now. um, and I had student loans. I had student loans for my undergrad in psychology, and then I had student loans when I went to business school, got a master's degree. And I've been trying to get my student loans forgiven. I've been saying I'm going to get them forgiven because I never got a job in my field in psychology or with my accounting. I started mothering and decided to go a different direction. And so I just kept saying I'm gonna get my loans forgiven. I didn't know how I was gonna get my loans forgiven. I worked off and on, but didn't make enough for how much they was asking me for. Then I had children. I was working for a nonprofit for a while, or for a long time. I still work with the nonprofit now. But I just had to come on here, y'all, and say that my student loans, like over $137,000 in student loans, has been forgiven. Zero balance. Okay, I went to check my credit yesterday, and I look at my credit, and it's like I don't see no student loans on there. I'm like, where did the student loans go? Okay, but nobody's like, super pressed, like, oh my goodness, oh no, the student loans are gone. But so I called over to the, I can't even think of the name of them, the student loan people this morning. So I called over to them this morning to find out what's going on. I'm like, hey, could you look up my information and tell me like what's going on with my student loans? And the lady, she verifies all my information. She's like, okay, well, it looks like you have a zero balance. I'm saying, you say I have a what now? I have a what now? A zero balance? Listen, y'all. God doesn't always answer our prayers when we want Him to answer our prayers. I submitted information back in 2021, 22, I think it was, to try to get my student loans forgiven. And I never heard anything. I kept calling back, trying to check back to see, hey, what's the progress? It was like, it's nothing. They're still being processed, still being processed. I submitted the application. And so I just kept wanting, and some people would charge people to try to do this. And I just couldn't see, I couldn't afford. And then I couldn't see paying somebody to do it after I figured out that I could do it myself. So I applied and put in all my information for all this stuff. And to make a long story short, we be on a time clock for a lot of stuff. We like say, we want this done when we want it to be done. But sometimes God has other intentions for us. Sometimes He's holding off on things just to encourage us in the times that we need to be encouraged. Because I need this so bad right now. I needed this encouragement so bad right now. I'm going through something else, and I just can't wait to tell y'all about that because I know God is going to work it out. I don't know how He's going to work it out. Just like I didn't know how He was going to work it out when I was saying, hey, I know my student loans are going to be forgiven. I know my student loans are going to be forgiven. I know my student loans are going to be forgiven. I just kept saying it. I had no idea of how it was going to happen or when it was going to happen, but I knew it was going to happen. And so that's even a lesson to myself, because I know I've been getting, sometimes I get thrown off my square on staying positive and keeping the faith and staying focused. But anytime I'm trying to encourage myself, I'm trying to reach out and encourage other people as well, because I know I'm not the only one that's going through. I'm not the only one that's having hard times. I'm not the only one that's having stress and problems that come and out of your life, so I just have to tell y'all before I lay it down tonight, stay encouraged, keep the faith, stay on it. Stay on it. Go through what you feel like you're just going through the motions. You're not just going through the motions. God has a plan. He has a plan. As long as you are doing your part and doing what you can do, just do what you can do. Because God is going to take care of everything else for you. Okay? He's going to take care of everything else for you. So be encouraged. Be encouraged. Y'all have a good night.